Hello, all, and welcome to your very own Tech and More, the show where we bring industry experts to help you navigate your career journey. So, I am Chaitanya Sethi, your host for the day, and today we have a very special guest with us that is Sanjay Gupta. He is an expert in IT training and career counseling. Sanjay, first of all, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you, Chaitanya, for inviting me on this podcast. And I'm doing good. I hope you are also doing good.
All good, and feel even better after meeting you. So we have been planning this for a while now, and I'm really excited that we get to meet today. So, folks who are watching this video, let's dive right in. Now, the topic or the agenda of this particular speed podcast is that a lot of people from non-IT backgrounds want to transition into IT roles, be it a business analyst, quality analyst, developer, test automation analyst, project manager, and so on. So this podcast is somewhat focused around this, that if you want to switch from non-IT into IT, how can you do that? We deal with the different questions. So let's start with the first question, Sanjay. What's your advice for someone who is willing to make this switch?
Yeah, so I really get lots of queries around this.
Right,
And this is a common question nowadays, like, can I switch from non-IT background to IT?
right,
And on top of that, like, will be worth so if
correct,
I switch from non-IT to IT?
right,
So I would say it will worth it because in non-IT background, salary packages are very less
right,
if I compare it with IT, right? So if you want to grow yourself as a professional,
right,
so if we compare both non-IT and IT, I will say IT is a great preference.
correct,
Why so? Because there is a myth like if you want to go into IT, you need to learn development knowledge, you need to become a hardcore developer.
right,
That is not right. So, in my opinion, if you want to switch from non-IT background to IT, so there are lots of other opportunities available. So, you can start learning business analyst, that is a purely functional role. You can start learning quality analyst, that is again fully functional role.
right,
If you want to go beyond manual testing, then with less coding, you can also become expert in automation testing,
correct,
right? This kind of mix of functional plus some code you need to do. And I think if you have a good IQ or logical knowledge, so you can easily learn those automation testing stuff.
got it,
And apart from that, you can do project management. That is an another option
correct,
available. So other than developer, there are a lot more roles available. Even you can become a like a support executive,
correct,
where less coding knowledge is required. So lots of areas are available, and I would say please explore
right,
and find a right mentor, connect with them, and you can get the right idea like
right,
how to transition from non-IT to IT.
got it,
So
got
this
it.
will be my suggestions.
Correct. That makes a lot of sense. But Sanjay, have you encountered such folks, because you have this vast experience in training people and getting them into tech, or maybe upscaling them into some particular domains. So have you
Mhm.
encountered people who come from absolutely no IT background and they have successfully transitioned into IT roles, be it any role for that matter? And how, I mean, what exact challenges do they face? And for folks who are watching this video, and if they're in the same boat, how can they sort of prepare themselves and how can they start their journey on this?
Yeah, so I know few folks personally. I trained them and they are doing very good. I know few folks, those who are working in the Salesforce company itself, the
Right,
product company.
right,
So they came from non-technical background. They were hired in some of the company and they got some training. They did certification. Certification played a important role.
correct,
So they were able to found those type of companies which gave them a chance.
right,
So if you are transitioning from non-IT background to IT, so you need to find those companies who can give you an opportunity,
correct,
whether it is a startup or any MNC where you can apply as a fresher.
right,
And then after having 1 or 2 years of experience, then you can switch to other companies. So that's how those folks are now working with Salesforce, because Salesforce hire people after two plus years of experience.
correct.
So they were able to find right company. So finding right company for job opportunity is very essential.
Got it, got it. Which brings me to the next question. So, yes, there are folks who want to transition from non-IT into IT, but there are some people who did their engineering in computer science or maybe any branch for that matter. Let's say they did their engineering in 2018 or 2019 or 2020.
Mm.
And due to some
Right.
reasons, some personal reasons or some situations, they were not able to get a job or
Mhm.
start their career into IT. And now 5 years later, they have their life sorted. Things are working fine now. They want to re-enter into the force, into the IT force. So, what path should they follow, so they can come back into the IT industry?
Yeah, this is also a real-time problem because there are folks who did engineering
Yeah,
and for IT, they pursued their government job preparation.
correct.
That is a common thing
Yeah,
that is happening
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
And that is not a bad thing because if you have a passion for any government-related job, so you need to try for that. But unfortunately, if you don't have any success in that
Right,
domain, so then folks sees IT will be a good opportunity for them. So they try for that. And like one challenge people face at the time, like they need to start from the beginning
correct.
because they don't have any experience,
Right,
right?
right,
So coming from non-IT background, like if you're working in a company, so you have at least an experience. But in this situation, folks are not having any experience, so they need to start as a fresher. Okay, and slowly, steadily, they will be able to make it up, and they can learn the things those are trending in the market.
correct,
And again, I would say for them, development will be difficult to start with, so they can start with the BA, QA,
correct,
test automation, project management, support executive. So these roles they can pick, and then after having some professional experience, then they can transition to the development role.
correct, correct.
And in your BTech, like if you had a good coding skills, then probably you can start directly with the development path.
Got it. Got it. And thank you for mentioning this, that yes, if you're willing to transition into IT and if you feel that programming is not your cup of tea, you can still get into IT. And so I'll just briefly tell about the program that Sanjay, we run to the folks, for people who are interested might benefit out of it. So, folks, we have seen that a lot of people think that if I cannot code or if I cannot program, I cannot get into IT, which is a huge myth. Uh, it's safe to say that at least 50% of the IT is being driven by the folks who cannot write down a single line of code, right? Be it BAs, be it QAs, project managers, scrum masters, the leaderships, and similar roles. So, we thought that this is a huge gap in the industry, and there is a sort of a gray area wherein people do not have the right skill set or do not have the right program to get into the industry as functional consultants. So,
Right.
me, Sanjay, I support Sanjay with his organization, that is Skill Horizon, and we undertake a program wherein we train folks in business analysis, quality analysis, test automation, project management, right from the scratch. There are no prerequisites. So we are going to start with a new batch from 21st of April 2025, this month, and we have completed more than 10-15 batches successfully till date. We have trained more than 250 folks till now. They've got their jobs. They have transitioned from non-IT into IT. They've overcome their career gaps or career breaks. So if you are someone who is in the same boat, you have a gap, or maybe you are some from other field, you want to get into IT, but you do not want to code or program, you want to start as a business analyst, quality analyst, or test automation expert, this program is for you. I am going to share the details of this particular program in the video description. Just a simple link would be there, which will point you to the website, plus the public WhatsApp group that we operate. Join that. Whatever queries you have, just post them there, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Right. So I think this program can be very helpful. Now, Sanjay, this brings me to the next question somehow, that yes, career breaks can be addressed. Yes,
Right.
people can move from non-IT to IT. Yes, you cannot code, but you still can get into IT. But there is so much noise around tech these days. Almost everybody is getting into IT or into information technology. As a person who is transitioning, what I would say, what unique can I do which would differentiate me from my competitors or from other folks who are also planning to enter into IT?
So I would say proper learning you need to do, first of all.
Hmm.
Second, you can focus on the certification, like whatever role you are preparing for.
Right.
So you need to have a right certification for that. And third thing will be networking. You need to find a right network so that you can apply for the job. Because
Correct.
nowadays, if you have some references, then
Yeah,
getting an opportunity for job like that will be very high.
correct,
So do follow people on LinkedIn, try to reach out to them. Not everybody will be responding for your queries because they might be busy.
correct,
I also receive lots of queries. I try to answer all the questions those people are asking, but sometimes we miss some of the questions we are not able to answer. But you can reach out there. Lots of industry leaders are available, and you never know whenever like you get a reference and get a job opportunity as well.
correct.
So this is the way like you can plan your career so that you can start your job in IT.
Got it.
So this would be my suggestion.
Got it. So,
And
networking, starting with networking, the best way would be LinkedIn.
yeah, because LinkedIn is nowadays very active tool, or you can say platform where like almost every industry leader, resources, students,
Correct.
everybody is available there. So I think that is a good platform to communicate with each other professionally.
Got it.
So another thing on LinkedIn, like you can update your LinkedIn, add all the education, professional experiences, try to have some recommendations that also makes your LinkedIn powerful. So these are a few things that you can do. And another thing, try
Mm.
to build some personal branding. You can do some knowledge sharing on the LinkedIn.
Right.
So that way, like you can build your personal brand as well, so that so whenever you apply for a job, so it looks like you are active in the community. You are doing knowledge sharing. You are helping people. So this will really help.
Got it. That's actually a really valuable advice because yes, a lot of people would tell you that create an account on LinkedIn, update your profile, but very few people have actually given this advice that create your personal brand. So I think that's a very valuable advice, Sanjay. So before we wrap it up, because the agenda of this entire session is that we term it as a speed podcast, because
Mhm.
the point is that though podcasts are originally meant to be for 1 hour, 1.5 hour, but our attention span has reduced drastically because of the 30-second, 50-second reels that we're following. So we came
Yeah.
up with this concept that we're going to keep the sessions very short, very quick, just talk to the point and then be done with it. So people sort of retain their interest into this. But finally, just one last question for you. We did talk about the career breaks, how to overcome them. We did talk about how to transition. We did talk about our program that we run, the program around BAQ and automation and the details and everything. We talked about how networking can help. The last question is that do you want to share any other tips, any miscellaneous tips that would be helpful for folks who are planning to start on this journey?
So I would say instead of thinking too much, try to learn,
Okay,
right? And this is just an investment. So there are two ways to do that thing. One is self-learning.
right.
So there are lots of resources available. Like on your channel, I remember you
Yeah,
posted lots of content so that like anybody who wants to become a functional consultant, so
right.
they can learn business analyst, QA, test automation.
Correct.
So if you can do self-learning, then like you can do that, and you need to the challenge is you need to solve all the problems yourself.
Correct.
Okay, so that is one way of learning. Other ways, like you need to enroll for a program that like we are doing at a minimal cost.
Correct.
So I consider this as a investment because we also did that.
Right.
Because if you need a mentor, so at least something you need to pay so that they can give some time.
Right.
Because after learning that, when you will be getting a job, so you will also earn from that
Correct.
investment.
That's right. Yeah.
So learning is the only solution. That's why in my like my brand rebranding, I found this tagline very catchy, like learn today, lead tomorrow.
That's
So
right.
I always focus on learning, no matter at what age you are, at
Right.
what circumstances you are,
Correct.
like what situation it is, you need to learn. And not for professionally, even personally or any other areas also, we are learning every day. Then
Correct.
only we can, right? Because if you know something, then only you can say like I can
Yeah.
lead this thing,
Yeah.
right? So I would say learning is the only solution instead of thinking too much.
Yeah, true, true. I think that's a golden advice because even you are you have a huge experience. I have some experience in this industry, and we are learning till date. And of course, we are we are just new as compared to folks who have been working in the tech industry for 30, 40 years. And I find leaders, the senior leadership's also learning something every day. So if you want to thrive, if you want to grow in your career, you have to learn each and every day. Learning is going to be a continuous process. And even if you transition into IT, you get a job, that doesn't mean your learning is going to stop. You'll have to learn something new even every 6 months or 1 year. So as Sanjay said, keep on learning. Do not give up. It might be a little long journey, but it's definitely worth it. So on that note, thank you so much, Sanjay, for being with us. I mean, genuinely, it was a very good session, and I'm sure this particular content is going to help the viewers. And viewers, do watch this. I mean, if you have any questions, anything, post out comments. We'll be more than happy to help. Join the WhatsApp group. We'll be more than happy to help there as well. So again, thank you so much, Sanjay. And I hope to conduct some more sessions with you very soon.
Yep. Thank you, Chaitanya. Thank you, everyone, those who are watching this.
Thank you. Bye.